Hello VC, Mark here. Welcome to the fourth installment of my Rare Diamond series. I'm going to feature a band that was really important to me as a young person. Let's see, I was in 8th or 9th grade when their first full-length release came out. They did what Elvis did probably 30 years earlier, and that was introduce a new style of music to a lot of white folks, and they did it better than anybody else, as did Elvis. Those early Sunsides are just phenomenal. And then you have what I call the imitators, your Pat Boones and Frankie Avalon, and all those guys who covered all of those R&B classics, but really never got close to the originals. I think Elvis was the only one who really did that music justice, and those early live performances, he just was sensational. The band I'm talking about, the Beastie Boys. This is The Sound of Silence, beautiful anthology. This was released in 2000, limited edition of 6,000 copies. This is just a beautiful set. We'll go through the set, but before I do that, I wanted to show you a few of their albums. So as a young person growing up in New York, during the first wave of rap, I really can't convey to you how exciting that time was. It just was a great, just a great art scene. You had all these great artists, and then you had the hip-hop music really beginning to become popular to the masses. Of course, you had those early Sugar Hill Record artists, Slick Rick, Grandmaster Flash, but those were still kind of under the radar. Obviously not played on pop radio, but when this hit, this changed everything. And this was released in 1986. So this was constantly on my turntable, as was Run DMC, the Fat Boys, Don't Laugh, I love those guys, LL Cool J, Cool Mo D. This is my original pressing with the damaged gatefold. So if you grew up back east, most likely you had a basement, and you and your buddies would go down and listen to records, or if you were in a band, have band practice. A lot of basements were finished with a nice bar, so when your parents had guests over or parties, they would entertain down there. When you had your friends over, you would kind of help yourself to a drink. And unfortunately, a couple of my buddies spilled some of their drinks on my record, but that's okay. That's just a memory built into the album. Still in very nice shape. I can't say I play this album anymore. There's one song I have loaded on my my iPod. Yes, I still use one at the gym, and that's No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Other than that, I don't know. The music really hasn't aged well. It appealed to the 14 or 15-year-old in me, which is exactly what this music is supposed to do. But as a 51-year-old, it just sounds really dated and kind of juvenile in its lyrics. In 1989, they released what many people consider their masterpiece, and that's Paul's Boutique. Awesome album, great beats. Is it their masterpiece? Not in my opinion. They just went overboard with the sampling, and that's often the case when technology is new, it's overused, and that was definitely the case on this album. Lots of great music, but the songs are just too dense. Once they got a groove going, they'd switch it up. And I don't know, there was just too much information in a 3 or 4 minute song. This is fantastic. This really goes back to their punk days, and actually the Beasties, they started their first band in 1978, quite a few years before their first commercial release on Def Jam. Let's see, they went by the name The Young Aborigines. Kate Schellenbach was in the band. She played drums. John Barry was in the band as well. Many years later, when the Beasties started their own label, Grand Royale, they signed Kate and her band, Luscious Jackson, to the label. Some great music. She went on to be a fairly successful TV producer. Anyway, got off point. Lots of punk, lots of funky music, instrumentals. I love when the guys just sit down at their instruments and play. This is their masterpiece. This is my OG pressing, El Communication. Again, the guys just playing their own instruments there with the upright bass. Classic Ludwig drum set. This is flawless. This is just a wonderful album. I love their instrumentals. The In Sound from Way Out is a great album. This is a Grand Royale release. This is BS 2000. Very cool. Love the inner sleeve on this one. Love the discs. Very cool. And this is on pink vinyl. This is a nice EP, Love American style EP. Boys, what I would guess, in the Hollywood Hills, and that was taken. And this has Shake Your Rump, Hey Ladies, great track, 33 1/3. Great music. All right, now for the box. I'm going to start out with the jackets. And that's, well, the book is my favorite component of the set. But the pictures on these sleeves are just beautiful. Wonderfully done. I absolutely love this shot. Early shot of the Beasties and Kate. Is that wonderful? Show you the label as well. Very nicely done. An iconic shot. Assuming this is probably in Malibu, somewhere in California. New York boys through and through. And this is another California shot. And now for this wonderful book. So many great covers, and I have several of these 12-inch mixes. And actually the book is numbered, so this is set 5941. Let me show you some of the great shots. Again, I just love these early shots. Sure, these were taken in Brooklyn. probably 14 or 15-year-old. Definitely they're from their punk days. They caused quite a stir when they toured with Madonna. Well, look at this. They're on the bus with Run DMC. Just fantastic on Soul Train. Very well respected within the rap community, the hip hop community. Another iconic shot. I won't go through all the pictures, but this is a wonderful book. Adam Yauch, Mike Diamond, and Adam Horowitz. Really love how they sequenced the different albums. It's not in chronological order. It's kind of a mix-up on each side, which just gives a really different flavor, keeps things fresh. Side 1, Slow and Steady, Shake Your Rump, Gratitude. Side B, Root Down. Root Down is a fantastic song, funky as hell. A Short Shot, another favorite of mine. Body Movin', not one of my favorite Beastie songs. Let's see, record 2, of course, Fight For Your Right. Pass the Mic, great track. Let's see, Something's Got to Give. Side B has Jimmy James, Alive. Then we're on to record 3, Sabotage. Great song, great video. Let's see, Brass Monkey. Side B on that LP has She's On It. Great track. I Want Some. Record 4, Get It Together. Get It Together. Awesome. Awesome track. Super funky. Railroad Blues. Side B has the Intergalactic. Hey Ladies. This is just a great set. I have this on CD as well. If you're a Beasties fan, this is really worth seeking out. Essentially for the beautiful book, and for me, these sleeves are just wonderful. All right, I hope you enjoyed seeing this set. Make sure you come back for my next video. We had a neighborhood garage sale this past weekend. I also had a record show on Sunday, so it was a really, really busy weekend filled with records. I haven't hit the jackpot like this in a long time. So if you're a fan of punk, alternative, I think you're going to really enjoy this. I have some footage, live footage, which I don't do too often. Sometimes New Yorkers aren't so keen when you roll up to their stand or their house and you have your camera going. So I kind of film when I can. I was on my bike. I made it home alive, but come back for that one. And that's all I have. All right, stay safe.